And on ground, Spirit Wings 111, gate Alpha 3, request push back and start up. Spirit Wings 111, push back and start up approved. Push back and start up approved. Spirit Wings 111. And on ground, Spirit Wings 111, request taxi. Spirit Wings 111, taxi to holding point, runway 105 hotel. Taxi to holding point, runway 10 via hotel, Spirit Wings 111. San Juan ground, JetBlue 1638, runway vacated with November. JetBlue 1638, taxi to gate, Delta 6, 5 November 1. Taxi to gate, Delta 6, 5 November 1, JetBlue 1638. San Juan ground, Spirit Wings 111, gate Alpha 3, request push back and start up.
Alright, welcome back. Welcome back. If you're just joining, I'm Martin Wenzel. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're on World Tour Flight 214. We're in San Juan, Puerto Rico at Luis Muñoz Marine International Airport. And we're going to be flying over to Cyril E. King Airport in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, Tango, India, Sierra Tango. Yeah, it's early morning here. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. For you, it's, what, 4 o'clock, you said? So it picks up. When I fly in the afternoon, I get a few more. So depends on the time of day watching, but I like to fly, and I'm just going to stream. That way, yeah, we can watch these back later as well. And yeah, I've gone back and I've watched some old ones, and oh, wow. Yeah. That cool flight we've done. Alright, let's get on our plane. Here it is, parked where it was last time we flew. If I can get the camera to not go freaking out on me. Alright, we're in the Cape Air. We're doing a Cape Air flight 8031, and I don't think I changed everything. Go. I believe that's the right flight number. Check that. 03. All right. A little bit shorter flight, 58 nautical miles looks like planned. Let's get inside the plane. Probably should have turned it off in reality. But we got battery on, avionics already on. Let's turn off the one avionics so we don't burn the battery while we're repairing things. Beacon lights should be off. Bring up the sim brief panel and fetch our flight 8031 Tango Juliet Sierra Juliet to Tango India Sierra Tango. Alternate is Tango India Sierra X-ray. That's on a Christian island, I believe. Big one, or St. Croix. That's the big island south, the Virgin Island thing. We're gonna be flying flight level 070, 7,000 feet, 30 minutes airtime. There's the routing right there. Go to payload and get our load first. So, what happened here? Okay, I guess I can't really adjust the payload because Flight Simulator decided to go crazy. Can I reset it? Ah, there we go. What happened? Okay, so block fuel 360. Payload is gonna be 835, so again, my big butt on the passenger or in the pilot. Pilot. And a full flight. I can't roll the whole thing down. What is going on? All right, cabin cargo. What about 50? Oh, actually, 7. Stacked. All right. Bring in the flight plan. How do I reset the flight? Clear the whole thing. I've never done this kind of turnaround thing. Not really a turnaround because it's a different time of day, but I didn't reload the plane or anything. Hopefully this all works. Juliet, Era. Yeah. Runway. We have a runway yet. Let's get clearance.
San Juan clearance, gate 031, parking 133. Request clearance to King with information, Victor.
Carry 031, clear to King via Jets 1, departure, runway 10, initial climb 2000, then as filed, squawk 4053.
Cleared to King via Jets 1, departure, runway 10, initial climb 2000, then as filed, squawk 4053, gate 031.
Carry 031, redback correct, wind ready, contact San Juan ground, 121.9er.
When ready, contact San Juan ground, 121.9er, gate 031.
Four, 0, 1. Clock. Back. Guy. Be a way to clear the whole thing. There we go. All right, en route, we are going direct to the San Juan VOR. Go. Hey, Goblin. Doing all right. Doing all right. Just had a good flight from the British Virgin Islands over here to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now we're going to be headed from San Juan over to West Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. Decent landing. A little firm again. Still working on that. Let's see. What's our... I think we have an airway. How do I... Load airway. There it goes. Yes. How come I wasn't able to do that before? Or enter and then press exit options for St. Thomas right there. Load it. See the airway. Destination airport is Tango, India, Sierra, Tango, St. Thomas. And runway plan looks like it's going to be runway 10.
Spirit Wings 3147, gate Charlie 6. Request
Okay.
clearance to Kilo
There's a flight plan.
Alpha with information. Victor.
Alright, let's request pushback and startup.
San Juan ground, gate 031, parking 133.
I followed your advice yesterday, and now I have millions of call signs to choose from. Yeah, basically, you can look up real flights too. I mean, you can go on like FlightAware.com, great place. Flight Radar 24, also great. I like FlightAware because you can put in which airport you want to take off from, which airport you want to go to. Click on that, hit enter, and it will show you all the real life flights that go between there. I think even down to Cessnas and the little planes like this. This is where I get all my flights for my world tours. I do that, and then you can pick a flight. You pick the carrier. They'll give you the call sign, all that stuff. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of people do it. They'll fly real flights. Some people will fly virtual airlines, or they will have their own just random call sign and whatever. But I like to do real ops. I like to do real things. Even though last night that wasn't a real flight because there isn't. Well, it was, but we were flying in the wrong plane. We should have been an A320 for that flight number. Could have either been an A320 or we could have done a Air Canada Express Jazz flight in the CRJ. But I felt more comfortable in the 737. But hey, St. Thomas, Dutch or Danish, sorry, is one of the Virgin Islands in the Caribbean Sea, one of the 3 largest of the United States Virgin Islands, and an unincorporated territory of the U.S. I suppose there are probably some smaller ones. Yeah, there's all the ones kind of scattered around the major, but yeah, there's 3 islands. There's a Charlotte, Amelie, I'm guessing St. John. Oh no, St. Thomas. That's why it's called St. Thomas Airport. Charlotte Amelie is like the city, I'm guessing. What is it? What's the island that we're flying to? Because you have St. John, you have St. Croix, and then I'm guessing St. Thomas is the island? Or is Emily... Oh, Emily's located on the island. St. Thomas. Oh, okay, so it's about half the population's on that island. 32 square miles, not too big. All right, let's get going here. We got our startup clearance. Actually, I think we can push back while we're starting up. Yeah. Get from GSX. Oh, what? GSX can do. Last time we tried it, even last night, GSX didn't work very well. Yeah, I figured, but not a bad thing. I remember when I was in school, it's like you could not use Wikipedia as a source, and now everyone does, even for like official papers and stuff. You want to limit it. You want to limit it to very, you know, base level stuff. Did I get a pushback? GSX Pro gonna work? Gonna show up? Oh, okay. I think she has to put a pin in everything. Pretty cool to see the other airlines moving around here.
Bypass being incentive.
Goblin, I'm on a mission right now. I really want to fly the Cessna Citation Longitude. I love the panels and stuff, but I must have the Premium Deluxe Edition. Not doing that, though. I wonder if you could recommend me another plane just like it. I don't know what would be like the Citation Longitude.
Locking gear.
So, do you have... What version of Flight Simulator do you have? I don't know what plane. Because what I would recommend is one that comes with Game Pass. Yeah, it'd probably be Steam. Well, yeah, what I would do is I would check and see, you know, I would just look through the different planes and see what you like, because yeah, I've not really flown any of those, like the corporate kind of jets, private kind of jets. Game Pass? Oh, okay, Game Pass is going to come with standard. It comes with a lot of planes. Is there a way to... Can you upgrade? I would say, I mean, I'm looking like the difference between like a $40, $50 difference. So what I would say is if you're really interested in flying something like the Citation Longitude, I want to see if there's something like if you could buy that plane, because you might get more value out of buying a payware version of that plane. I don't know if there is that. Than getting the, then getting the deluxe. Lots of different options. Obviously, if you get the premium, you get a bunch of other planes that you don't have right now. TSX. Pushback.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
What the? Why are we going forward? Why are we going forward? Stop. This is not where I want to go. Thank you. got fired on. I thought they'd drive me into the building. What are you doing? Or are they gonna taxi me too? This is why I always do the quick edit usually. But I was like, how much can they screw it up? They can screw it up. Cessna, so what is it? The Cessna Citation Longitude. Now let's see if there's, might be a payware version.
Spirit Wing 3147. Contact San Juan Tower. 1 initial
That feels the one
1005.
jumping out at me.
Contact San Juan Tower 13.
That's kind of what you got to decide is it worth
3147.
getting that upgrade to premium? Now premium, you will get a few more handcrafted airports, you'll get a few more planes, but the question is it, I think it's worth that $50 difference or whatever, because you're getting quite a bit of decent quality stuff. If you're gonna buy a payware, you know, with that $50, if you didn't spend it on it, you could buy $50 worth of payware stuff, airports, a plane. And it depends on what you want. If you have a specific plane and you see it out there on the marketplace and it's a good plane, it might make more sense to get that versus getting, you know, 4 or 5, 6 extra planes that you're never going to fly and a few airports you don't really care about. And so that's what I would suggest. Kind of do your research, figure out what you're most interested in getting. I got the premium. I got the premium, but really it's, yeah, I don't know how much. I mean, I fly the 787 from time to time, and that came with premium. Up here.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Good engine start, right? Yeah, instead of, you know, there's no reason, the Mad Dog is going to be a better plane, like more, just more development to it than upgrading to deluxe or premium and getting the Azobo Longitude, because that probably, you know, doesn't have all the functional buttons. Mad Dog's got all the functional stuff. You're gonna have to learn that plane, just like any, you know, very well modeled plane that has a lot of the buttons and everything working. You're gonna need to know how to use it. But yeah, I know a lot of people use it. Yeah, I would put my money towards that. How much that one cost? Because that'd probably be, like I said, it's like that would make more sense to me. If you have a specific plane you'd rather get and it's a payware, you might as well go with that instead of spending $50 extra to get the premium. And you know, I think it's a decent value for $50. You get a bunch of extra airports, you know, handcrafted airports and stuff. But you know, it's kind of, which one would you rather have?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Ooh, that's pretty expensive. I didn't realize it was that much. Yeah, planes are, the one plane, I think I got the CRJs, that was like $50, and then I've gotten both the 700 and the 800 for the 737 PMDG, and both of those were like 70. Oh yeah. I got that Wing 42, the old 247, Boeing 247, which is a great plane. I wish I could fly it more. I have to learn it better. It's so detailed. It only cost $20. The guy was like, I want to make planes that people can fly. I wanted people to be able to actually fly my plane. Opposed to make it outpricing everyone. Alright, beacon, cabin, all these, come on. We are ready to go. Air taxi clearance.
San Juan ground, 8031, request taxi.
Kind of putts in here on turn around a little bit. That's alright.
Runway 105 November 3, Hotel 1. Taxi to holding point, runway 10.
Number
November
3.
3, Hotel 1, 8031.
Hotel. Gotta dip down there. I like how we're on November 3, but they don't actually give us a way to get over to hotel. Or not, You forgot something. Go. I turn? Yeah, I've definitely spent too much. The people that blow me away are the ones that they always get the new airports that come out. And believe me, there have been especially on this tour, especially in the Caribbean. There's been a few where there's no really good freeware, no freeware mod at all. Like, oh man, that payware looks very good, but how many times are going to fly into that airport? Is it worth it? Like, to me, a plane is worth it. Plane is worth it, even though I kind of regret getting the 737-700. I just couldn't wait. I should have just held out, waited for the 800, because that's the plane I'm going to fly most of the time is the 800, not the 7. But it gets expensive if you start getting into the payware game. I bought a 4-season pack, so given the trees will change. Well, I have to manually load in, every 45 days change the season, but they look really good. I think. Sure, there's better ones. There's a better one on the market now, probably, but I got the one I got. I'm not going to buy every single one. I don't make enough money from this to. I know some people, they buy everything, but they do reviews, they do all that stuff, and they're able to afford that stuff out of the money they make from streaming or doing videos. Alright, so we still have those on. Oh, really? A 700 is way cheaper? That might have been after, it's been now because the other ones have come out. But initially, yeah, it was full price. And I thought that if you bought the 700, then the 800 would be a little bit cheaper and subsequent ones, but that wasn't what happened for me, so.
Runway 10, 8031.
It is kind of ridiculous how much they cost. It's like, okay, I get it. It is a whole platform. I mean, that is a major part of your sim experience. Like, okay, I'm paying $100 for Flight Simulator, and then I have to pay another $100 for a plane? Just one plane? Alright, here we go. Why are you telling me about Bucharest, Bate? Did I miss something? Have flown there. You have flown in Bucharest. You're requesting that as a flight? I feel like I'm just like floating here. A weird takeoff. I'm like straight up. Oh, okay, that's what that airport is. I couldn't remember what LROP was. Saw that it looked familiar, but I couldn't remember what airport it was.
031, contact San Juan, departure 119.4.
Contact San Juan, departure 119.4, gate 031. San Juan Oceanic Center, gate 031, inbound, Sierra Juliet Uniform at 1000, climbing 2000. Area 031, radar contact, continue climb 7000, QNH 1022.
And climbing to
Continue
7,000.
climb 7000, gate 031.
Oh, I got another flight request for Budapest. I was like, oh, that's crazy that we got one for Bucharest and we got one but this was for Budapest. Budapest to Bern. Yeah, quite a few requests that I still can get to, but going here. See, if you missed that first waypoint, it doesn't recognize that you missed it. So, if I go to my next Islam.
Caribbean Airlines 484, radar contact, maintain, flight level 360. Maintain, flight level 360, Caribbean Airlines 484. Island West 508, proceed direct Varna.
Go.
Proceed to
Get back on course.
Island West 508.
That should be all for today. Let's.
Area 031, expect Sierra Tango Tango, ILS, approach, runway 10.
Wow.
Report when ready for descent.
Quick flight. Pretty. You're not even. I get it. I suppose we got the call for our expected arrival when we got around that far away. Go over that stuff, make sure we're doing.
Expected Sierra Tango Tango, ILS, approach, runway 10. Report when ready for descent, gate 031. Island West 508, proceed direct Joral, maintain 5,300.
Proceed to execute Oscar Romeo Sierra Lima, maintain.
Oh, look, that's Island Ways.
300, Island West 50.
Island Ways is coming in the same way we came in
Island West
just a little bit ago.
Descend and maintain 3,200.
Descend and maintain 3,200, Island West 508.
Ready for descent whenever they want us to descend. I'm hoping they give us a direct to Cutho, so let's look at the chart here.
Spirit Week 314.
You see we're way out here, and
Flight level 320.
there's the start of the approach into the runway itself. St. Thomas, the VOR is way over there, so we're going to go all the way into St. Thomas, then come back out, and then come back in, hoping they'll probably either give us from Maley direct to Cutho or somewhere else. direct to Cutho or Jackie. That way we don't have to kind of waste all of our time. At the approach.
Island with 508, descend and maintain 2,400.
Descend and maintain 2,400.
Looking at the approach,
Island with 508.
let's see. Got localizer 110.1. Final approach is 100 degrees. Jackie will capture the glide slope at 2100, and the minimum is 415. Runway is 24 feet.
Descend and maintain 1,500. Contact San Juan approach 119.4.
Cutho, we need to be at 2800. Jackie 2100 for that glide slope capture. Go around. Go around. We will climb to 620 feet. We'll turn right to 2800 feet via the 180 heading. Get out, and then we'll turn right direct to St. Thomas VOR. Kind of interesting. It doesn't have that whole thing. Usually it will say have that VOR part. That's kind of weird. The chart doesn't have the whole thing there.
FedEx 57 Heavy, proceed direct Oscar Delta Echo Zulu, descend and maintain 5,000 QNH 1022.
Travis wants to become a police officer back home in Atlanta, Georgia. Sounds nice. Dangerous, but good way to serve your community. Tyler, hey, welcome in. You ever watch any of the Travis? You ever watch any videos of LSPDFR or GTA 5? That's something. I'm so focused on flying Flight Simulator, but that's something I have time this week. I could like reset up my GTA and get that all set up again and do some of those. Those are always fun. So many things I should be setting up. I should get like my American Truck Simulator set back up, and I can do that every once in a while. Getting into a weird position right now because this week I have off, and I'm kind of getting back into that mode. Like when I lived over in China, I had all this free time, and I was flying and truck driving and playing GTA and all these games all the time, and now it's kind of just get a few flights in when you can. We are flying over to St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, flew out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's Puerto Rico, San Juan fading into the distance. We're still right there on Puerto Rico, though.
Maintain flight level 220, Greenberg 326.
That's Luquello right there. Well, San Juan was a little bit of was kind of nice going into an airport with quite a few FSLTL real traffic injected there. Tyler, I don't fly a real plane. No, I don't. I wish. I've been looking at ATP flight school, which they claim to fast track you to the airlines. Now I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. I've heard it's for some people. It's not for other people. I've heard I've looked. It's very expensive. But again, you're fast tracked, and so you're paying a premium, I guess, for that as well. On top of flight training in general is just expensive, but then fast track it. But fast tracking something like that, you get into it and get into making money doing it faster, I suppose. My Insta. I don't have an Insta. I don't think I do. No, I don't have an Insta. I think all my socials should all be in the description below. Basically Twitter and Discord. I don't have my Facebook one in there. But I don't have an Instagram right now.